it's been 2 weeks since I last posted a video. I feel proud of me actually remembering. I was going to do one last week, but due to getting a mole removed on Tuesday, I didn't. Yeah, I got a mole removed. About that, actually, I'm going to put while I remember. Am I, like, call me crazy, but am I the only person who doesn't get itchy where I should get itchy when it comes to things, when it comes to scars and scratches and stuff? Like, a lot of people are asking me, like, oh, are you itchy yet around your stitches? And I'm like, no. Where I'm itchy is where the adhesive, like, padding, the, like, you know, the plaster bit is sticking to my body. It's not the scar that's itchy. It's where the dressing that's covering it right now is getting stuck to it. And apparently it's thinking that it's waterproof because I wanted to use on waterproof. But then I'm remembering the fact that on Saturday when I was at my boyfriend Dylan's cousin's wedding, that I didn't actually have waterproof plaster on. I had the like that tape, something micropore, something like something, whatever the tape is that you put on if you don't have like a plaster or anything, and that itched me too. I don't know if is it just me, let me know what you think down below, if it's just me or did you get it too, or am I just going bonkers? Probably going bonkers. But yeah, as I said, and that speech there, I was at a wedding on Saturday, Dylan's cousin's wedding. It was really great, got to meet like his mum's side of the family. They all told me they were crazy and that I probably would be able to handle them. They're not, I don't think they're as crazy as my family. I mean, they're pretty out there, but I don't think they're as crazy as my family. Don't know. Guess we'll find out in time. Guess Dylan will find out in time, I guess. So yeah, it was fun. It was in Wales, so I had my first time down in Wales. Didn't really get to see much of it because you know, only there for a kind of day, then we were going back. But it actually was quite nice, quite beautiful, and real. And that's the one I can say because it's Welsh. I'm not good at Welsh. So yeah, it was quite good. Not really done anything since. Yesterday I watched Eurovision. If you can't tell by the Eurovision music in the background. That's purely just because I didn't get to watch on Saturday because I was at the wedding. Can't do two things at once. This year was a little bit different for me because usually I watch it with my dad. And this year, unfortunately, I couldn't because I was at the wedding, and it felt really weird. I watched it with my dad, and I phoned home yesterday after I watched Eurovision, and my dad had said that it felt weird not watching Eurovision, like watching it without me. Can't really blame him because it is really weird to watch something without, especially the fact that we do it like every year for as long as I can physically remember. We have sat and watched Eurovision together. Like we will go to Asda, we will buy like snack food, we will sit and we will watch Eurovision. Just me and my dad. Usually my mum sometimes watches, or she'll come in halfway through, or she'll go to bed when they're doing all the voting thing. But me and my dad will just watch it, have the like sing-along version at the bottom. I actually remember watching it with my dad before they had the sing-along version at the bottom, when it was just like, oh, I wonder what they're saying. Lol. They're probably saying how much like they hate Eurovision. That's not true, everyone loves Eurovision. However, with this Eurovision, I found myself not really liking much of the songs. I don't know if that was maybe just me, but a lot of them didn't seem like fire enough for Eurovision. Like the whole theme was join us and parties, and not many of the songs were partyish. Were like in your like Eurovision's in your face. Like, why are they doing these crazy things? Show and music thing, and if everyone comes together. And some of the songs were really great. I mean, I loved Austria's one, obviously. Our one this year, I actually really liked "Children of the Universe" by Molly. I loved it. It's probably one of my favourite song from Eurovision this year. I liked Austria's one, Deserve to Win, but Molly's one I liked because it had the whole like feel of Eurovision about unity and being together and fun and just had that whole darkness to it, but it was so anthemy and beautiful, and I loved it. So yeah, my things are really weird right now. I'm scared it's going to start playing weird songs. It's not meant to play. It has meant to. Give me a second. It's going to have to move us on that should be on this playlist. I remember Only Teardrops is like, so this year didn't have so many songs that I liked. Last year, I still remember last year's song, the whole for Eurovision I was singing Only Teardrops until Molly's song came along. So the year before that I liked Euphoria and everything else. So just like the last couple of years have been really good, and this year didn't excite me the same as, you know, like the last couple of years. Flip dancing. Even though this isn't really dancing song, but it's kind of that. It's got that kind of Irishy feel to it, which is nice, even though it's Denmark. It was really nice. I loved it. But enough about Eurovision. We've gone about it forever. What was I also going to say? Oh yeah, remembered. Last year after Eurovision, I also started to rewatch Once Upon a Time. Now that season 3 of that is finished, if you want to go and like find season 3, especially in Britain, because Britain haven't shown it yet, because Channel 5 don't have their, like, dropped it for some bizarre reason. So if you can't find it, go onto your laptopies, type in Once Upon a Time season 3, watch online or stream or download or whatever, or wait till the box comes out. It was just, I loved it. The ending, I don't want to wait until like September. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want now. The whole idea of adding in Frozen, at first I was a bit like adding Frozen, and then I was like seeing it and I was like, they're adding Frozen into the whole mix, and like a lot of people are like, oh my god, how can they do that? It's like, because BBC Studios are run by Disney, and instead of Disney saying to them, show Disney, they actually asked Disney if they could show it and have the world of Frozen inside. And I think what's good about Once is that they'll stick to what we know about Frozen, but they'll twist it on its head, like how they've done with Snow White and everything else. Like, I still watch Disney's versions of the films, and then Once Upon a Time, it puts a new dynamic on it, makes it more seem like it could have been real, like all these fairy tales are interlinked. It's going to be cool how they do the whole Elsa into Once Upon a Time thing. I think they might do it kind of maybe in the middle when she was kind of running away trying to find out who she was. Maybe. Like the whole like, let it go kind of thing going on. I think they might do it in the middle of that, which would be quite cool if they did. Because, I don't know, I mean, there's a lot of things they could do with it. I mean, a lot of people are saying that it might be cool if it was because they changed the timeline, spoilers, because they're changing the timeline, like almost changing the timeline in the last episode, like the finale episode, that maybe it could be a future version of what happened because of that. But then if you think, why would it happen because of that if it came from Uncle's fault? You never know, maybe it already happened before and they went back and maybe. But Once Upon a Time was great. I loved how they did season 3, how they mixed it up a bit, they made it different from how they made like season 1 and 2, where it being mostly focused on the ideas of storybook and stuff. I like how they did season 3, how they kind of split it down the middle and had before Christmas and after Christmas. It was almost like it was 2 seasons, and I like how they did that. How they did it almost like 2 seasons. I think that was really cool. Like how they did the whole like Peter Pan being filmed for the first half and it being mostly based in Neverland, and then how they did the whole flip side and did the whole Wicked Oz thing. I like how they did that. I do need to catch up with Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. I started watching that and then I got caught up with all the TV and like watching so much stuff. crazy. So I'm going to catch up on that in the summer now that pretty much all my programmes are on season finales. Revenge was last week, I haven't watched that yet. I'm on the last episode though, I am on the finale episode, so I can't wait to watch that. I might watch that later tonight, or Friday before work, I don't know. But I will watch it because I'm looking forward to it. I heard what happened, I was like, oh yay! So yeah, Big Band's pretty much on its last season finale. Nashville's pretty much on its season finale, pretty much. Just all my programs are on its season finale, which does mean I can catch What's About Time in Wonderland, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Could finally start watching Breaking Bad if my Netflix starts working properly. Just sorry. Yeah, if my Netflix works, it will be really cool. So that's what I plan to do in the summer, just watch TV. I also maybe plan to also hang out with my friends a lot more. I'm taking a little bit more time at work, but not enough. I'm taking, I think I'm saying maximum 24 hours a week, maybe sometimes a bit more depending on my weeks and stuff, so that I could have more for summer, because last summer, as you guys know, I was working all the time and I missed out on a lot. So this summer I was like, no, I'm going to work a little bit extra, gain extra money, but I'm going to try and have more plans with my friends and see more of my friends more, especially like my friends from home. I might start going home every couple of weeks, maybe for a couple of days, and see my friends, or invite them more up here and you can come stay with me for a couple of nights and we can go and hang out and stuff, because I miss those guys. I miss my other people a lot. Don't like to tell them that, but I do miss them a lot because they just appear to be the people that I have people up here that know me really well, but there are people that kind of I grew up with and they are always kind of around at home, and I see them having so much fun at home and I'm like, wish that was me, or I wouldn't with them if I stayed at home. But then at the same time, if I stayed at home, I'd be like, why did I stay at home when I could have been doing more things in Aberdeen? And it's complicated. Yeah, I just did a rant, like, rambled on for like 12 minutes of rubbish. Now, all the kid did tell you about my week, my couple of days, and to ask you what you thought about my hair. What do you think about that? Do you like the whole pleat down the middle thing? That pretty much only happened purely because I left my Kirby Groups in Wales. I was going to do the same style I did when I was in Wales, where I did the two pleats. You have to some of you have it in the pictures, but two pleats on the side of my hair, like for parts, tied behind me and pinned in the Kirby Groups. But upon trying to do my hair this morning, I realised I left all my Kirby Groups in Wales. Just can't find them up here, so we'll still be in Wales. You're welcome, Wales. So yeah, so I had one solitary one left. I've got more since, but when I did my hair this morning I hadn't had any, so it's pinned in the back here. I thought it was quite cool, quite different, because I'm not really seeing many people with whole point in the middle thing, and I think when I was into that, people were like, what's up with their hair, right? I thought that was really quite cool. Something quite different, so let me know what you think about that too, down below. So yeah, I'm going to go now, because I start getting ready for a barbecue and got poetry put up in my poetry farm. As I said, if you want to join the poetry farm, let me know, I'm going to give you the link, or if you do have the website link, just if you're planning on joining, you can see how you found out about the poetry farm and just put me in. SheMustBeEmma is and everything. So I really hope you guys do kind of check that out, especially if you like poetry or songs or prose. They don't just do poetry, it's a poetry farm and you mostly focus on poetry, but you can start out only not really knowing how to write much poetry, and then you can find yourself being just you start to write more and more, and you start niching things. I think it's really cool. Or you can be a songwriter and you want to promote who you are. They have a songwriting section, they also have a prose section if you want to write prose. And you never know, might help your life. Also, it's a great chance to meet other people. It has, however, made me, because of the layout, really made me miss my RP, like role playing, pro boards days. A lot of people, you probably don't realise what you are, but if you do, you might know what I'm talking about. When Twilight first kind of came out, everyone was kind of obsessed with these proper like role-play sites where you would take a character and you'd write as them. It's not like when you go to a park, you see people that go to parks and going out on pub crawls and stuff dressed up as characters. It was, you would take a character and you would write, you would have like, you would type out what was going on, so that you'd have different threads or stories where people would write from their character's perspective, and stuff. That was really cool. And it, like, I remember my first one being Vampire Night and not Twilight. My first one was Vampire Night, and then it came then through the fact that other people with Vampire Night did the Twilight one. Did to Twilight, and then they did the Vampire Diaries one, and joined many people. Some people actually started doing original stories, where it was their version, sort of when they had in their head, the plot they had in their head, and everyone would just join in and be their own characters, and you would either take celebrities or like people you knew in general or yourself and make them a character, and it was really quite cool. I miss those days. I did it for like 3 or 4 years. I'm starting to miss those days, but at the same time I'm like, I realise now why I gave up doing it, because I actually did have my own site and I loved doing it, and then people were uni and were busy, and that's how that happened. And caramel dances right now. I don't know if you can hear that. This is going to be my outro song. For now on. What do you think? That's okay. See, you can't blame I'm not doing those every week. So that's really bad. You know what you're going to do in the course now. If you don't know the song, learn it. But yeah, later.